It was the start of it was the start of 2022. I had just finished a game of Fortnite with my mate Logan, and it was a fucking awesome time. We both had so much fun. I probably rage quitted, and before going to bed that night, I was doom scrolling on my phone for a few minutes, and I came across this YouTube video that said something with doom scrolling, right? And I clicked on it, and that was my first ever self-improvement YouTube video that I watched. And as I listened to what this guy had to say on the video, you know, he was talking about video games, he was talking about doom scrolling, how to actually live life, a self-improvement YouTube video. It resonated with me so much because I was living like a slob at the time. And it just clicked in my head just like that. I need to stop everything, you know, put the video games down, focus on my life, because I was not going to live a good life if I kept on playing video games. So just like that, I stopped playing video games, I stopped watching porn, or at least I tried to stop watching porn. I just quit out all the bad habits, you know, stopped eating junk food, started going to the gym, just typical self-improvement. And guys, my life changed forever because of that one video. It changed forever for the better. And I don't regret starting this journey at all. However, bro, because this guy that I was watching changed my life, I started to follow every single word he said. I started to treat him like some sort of god, some sort of messiah. And if I didn't do every single word they said, I was a failure. And so one Saturday night, my family wanted to go out for dinner at a really fancy, nice restaurant, and they were all excited, you know. And, you know, just before we were about to leave, my mum comes into my door and says, Manish, it's time to leave, let's go. Fancy restaurant. And can you guess what I was doing? I was faced towards the monitor, working as hard as possible, and I turned around to my mum and said, oh, sorry mum, I can't. You know, I'm working hard on business. I pretty much just told my mum I was too busy grinding business to be able to go out with my family. And this all happened because the person that I was watching also stopped going to family events, and he also, you know, he stopped going to family events to grind on his self-improvement, basically, right? And I followed what he did, and I didn't go to this restaurant, this night out, even though deep down in my heart, I wanted to go to that, right? I was feeling kind of lonely that night, and I could have used a bit of family interaction. But all I was doing was just, you know, making YouTube videos, you know, grinding on business, by the way. And, you know, being like this for a while, there came a point in my life where everything just kind of felt a little bit meaningless. I mean, I started self-improvement to live a better life, and I am living a better life, but at the same time, I wasn't. I was constantly castrating myself from going to these fun events. Not even just like, you know, quote-unquote fun, just some form of respite from the grind. You know, I didn't allow myself to have any breaks, any pauses. And this was a total burnout for me. I really started to lose sight of what was actually important. Life became empty for a very long time. Simply because I listened to what this guy's quote-unquote best life looks like. And I'm not saying my life is better than his. I'm not saying his life is worse than mine. No. What I'm saying is everyone has lived a different life than you have. We all have different lives. We've all lived different stories. We all have different skin colors. We're all from different countries. We're not the same. We're not built equal. Guys, the thing is, you should not listen to absolutely every single word someone has to say. Do not blindly listen to anyone, okay? One of the greatest abilities in this modern day is to simply think for yourself. It's the ability to think for yourself when everyone is trying so hard to capture your attention, try to capture your mind, try to capture you as a person. This is by far the best ability to have. It's to simply just be able to think for yourself, right? So just take absolutely everything you hear online, anyone, just not even online, just in general, with a grain of salt. Ask yourself, bro, just ask yourself, is this advice, you know, what's going to happen to my life if I listen to this advice in like a couple years from now? If I did that, If I just ask myself, what would the state of the relationship of my family look like if I kept following this man's advice? My relationship with my family would have just been worse, right? It would have been worse a couple years later down the line, even if, you know, I got more money, I got more business success. If that's at the cost of the relationship with my family, I wouldn't have taken that. Personally, I wouldn't have taken that. I know there's some people who would take that. And again, there's no right or wrong answers here, right? But just always think for yourself. And yeah, this even goes with me and my content. That's why I love to speak in stories nowadays. And, you know, instead of me telling you what to exactly do, I speak in stories. I tell my past experiences, just what happened with me. And you have the ability to take what you want out of it without me forcing any information down your throat. Basically, it's a do with this information what you will type of situation. And yeah, bro, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, honestly. Like, just think for yourself, okay? Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Those 3 things help me a lot. If you want to follow my Instagram, it'll be up there. And I could brainwash you and send information down your throat. That was a joke. God, I'm so dry. Ooh, look, a bird. Oh, well, catch you in the next one.